And it seemed like a good idea the first time, and it seemed like an even better idea the second time.
Is it fun? Are you having as much fun as the audience is? Is it fun doing it, or is it difficult?
No, well, it's difficult. You know, I mean, it's hard work. At the end of the day, you're looking at a 6-month, 7-month shoot. You're on page 1 and right the way through the script. You're there every day. But I love doing it. No, this is selling them is the hard part. Going out there and the repetition and the questions of why you do it, how you do it. But to do them, it's a kick in the pants.
Have you been injured?
Yeah, I had my face sliced open one day. Stuntman went one way and I went the same way. And had a few stitches. I did my knee in on the last one.
Well, from an acting standpoint, what kind of acting is it as opposed to, say, Evelyn, where you're playing this dramatic role of this father who's going to lose his children to an orphanage in an incredible movie, by the way. And I love both movies, but Die Another Day is a terrific Bond.
Thank you.
What's the acting difference?
Well, the acting difference, I suppose, is that many men have played it before you. There's a certain style to this character, which kind of has its restrictions, and playing that fine line between trying to get the drama of it and trying to get the gravitas of the character mixed in with a kind of light touch as well. And this, it really is trying to get a sense of ownership, because when I came to do GoldenEye, there was, you know, it was pretty daunting, fairly terrifying, and
A lot of pressure.
a lot of pressure. You have a long way to fall, but at the same time, I had nothing to lose. Then, of course, that goes on, and the picture does well, and the next one does well. And so you want it to be great. You want it to be as good as the last 3. So there's always the pressure there, and that's part of the buzz, too.
But when you're playing a father with 3 children in a drama like Evelyn, people will see a Brosnan they have not seen. Would you agree?
Oh, definitely. I haven't played these kind of notes. I haven't played this character in a long time. This goes back to work probably I did when I was in my 20s. In the sense that it's emotional work, and it's...
Very.
You know, I've kind of not skimmed on the surface, but I came into this town 20 years ago and was very lucky in getting Remington Steele and kind of worked on that.
So you've always been that good-looking guy who plays dashing people.
There's a certain typecasting there, but this is about a common man, and that's kind of closer to who I am than Remington Steele or James Bond. You know, I'm Irish, I'm a father.
Do you sing?
No, this is the first time I've ever got up there.
That was fun.
It was fun, actually. Yeah, it was. No, I had this great sense of achievement with that. I mean, Bruce Beresford, who directed the picture, he said, "Look, you just have to be mildly attractive." So I was mildly attractive.
Well, it's more a labor of love then, Evelyn, right? I mean, well, you're involved. You're also a producer of it.
Yes, I mean, after GoldenEye was a good success, and I didn't embarrass myself, I set up a company called Irish Dreamtime with a partner of mine, Beau St. Clair, and we decided to make films. I love films. I love working. And I've been very fortunate as an actor to stay employed over my career. Anyway, get my own material, find my own projects, and Evelyn is one of them.
And misfortunes in life as well. You've had some
I've had a few
rough
knocks.
scenes in your life, rough scenes growing up, right?
Well, yeah, when you read about it, it looks pretty kind of grim, but actually there was a certain joy to it all as well. And
You call it a good childhood?
it's the only childhood I know, really. So, you know, but I came from a fractured home. The old man, Tom, he kind of left when I was an infant, and then my mother did the right thing courageously, went to England to be a nurse, as young women did in the 50s. So there was a certain sense of, I suppose, aloneness to it. But there was also a great time of imagination and dreaming. And so there's been 3 chapters: the Irish childhood, the adolescence in London, and then as a fellow of 26, you come to America.
The grief of losing, and we talked about this the last time you were with us, when you lost your wife. How do you, by the way, is there a good way to deal with grief? Is there a way you can advise people how to deal with loss?
The dealing with death is there forever, really, you know, because we all have to face it. Of course it is, because they are missed. It's final, it's over. And especially when you have children like I do. I have 2 stepchildren. and a son from that family in that time, and you know, you check in with them, but you have to move on. You have to embrace life again. And I don't know, I had faith, I suppose. I'm Catholic. I was brought up believing in Jesus and God and prayer, and that stays with you, you know, somewhat.
You don't get mad at him when...
Oh yeah, you get mad with him. Oh, absolutely. I have, you know...
Arguments with God.
Arguments with God, starring...
But I mean,
no, but there's a certain faith there that I suppose that's carried me through, you know.
Because she was a heck of a lady.
Oh, she was a great woman. She was a really fantastic person to meet at that time in my life. And, you know, I've been blessed now with meeting...
Second chance.
Yes, I mean, talk about luck of the Irish. I have this beautiful woman, Keely, who we've been together now almost 9 years. And we have 2 sons. And there's great happiness, and at this time there's a, you know, between work and relationship and family, it's good.
Life is good for a good guy, and what a talent. And wait till you see, I mean, Die Another Day is a terrific Bond. Some wild scenes. How did you do it? That's about the ice place in a minute. And and Evelyn, a picture he produced and stars in, could get him an Academy Award nomination. I kid you not. We'll be right back.
It is, quite simply, the best magazine in the world for knowing where business is going. For meeting the people who make a difference. For hot stocks that don't burn. And tax ideas you can drink to. Forbes digs deeper and speaks the language of finance. About wealth, how to build it, keep it, and how to pass it on. About market trends and investment tactics that move you far ahead of the curve. Plus the legendary special issues on the rich and how they got that way. And special reports on mutual funds, personal investing, and America's best companies. Now, Forbes can be part of your portfolio of knowledge at just $19.95 for 17 issues. That's 76% off the price others pay on the newsstand. Call this number now, and with your paid subscription, we'll include this special personal investing guide absolutely free. Forbes, the best magazine in the world for knowing where business is going.
As winds of change blow across today's economic landscape, innovative thinkers are capturing these forces to build a stronger tomorrow. From CNN and Time, and sponsored by IBM, who are the rising stars on the global business scene? How is their vision helping to keep our future bright? Global Business Influentials at 7 a.m., noon, and 10 p.m. Starting Monday, November 25th on CNN. A special series sponsored by IBM.
He can either get rid of his weapons or the United States will disarm this man.
Showdown Iraq.
Do you use one bullet? Do you use a tank? Do you use an airplane?
The U.S. prepares for possible conflict with Iraq. CNN investigates the questions that affect you.
A disruption of oil supply would have a major impact on the U.S. economy.
Our military.
Saddam may very well use chemical weapons.
And the Middle East. Wolf Blitzer hosts a special CNN Presents Showdown Iraq. 5 questions. CNN tonight, 8 Eastern.
Where's my daughter? Evelyn Doyle.
Do you have an appointment?
I don't need an appointment to see my own daughter. Who are you?
I'm Sister Bridget.
How you know? If you ever lay a finger on my daughter again, I will tear you limb from limb. Now, where is she?
Very dramatic scene from a terrific movie, Evelyn, which opens December 13th. The little girl who plays Evelyn. Where do you find her?
Sophie Vavasseur. Great name and a great little actress.
Did she have to read? Did you read a bunch of kids and she won?
Well, we found her in Dublin. And I wasn't there for that part of the film, the casting. I had to stay here in Los Angeles, but she's a great little actress. She'd done a bit of TV and some stage work. And they sent me the tape one night, I remember. At home, I was having dinner with the family, and I put it on. There was about 14 girls on the tape. And I couldn't get the darn sound on the TV to work, but it didn't really matter. This girl was there, and she just popped out. There was no, as I say, there was no audio, and you could just see the presence of character and soul.
Is it hard working with a child?
I didn't find it, no. No, I mean, for me, I just loved this text, so it wasn't, you know, it's about my character, Desmond, but it's also so much about her life, so there was no kind of, there's no ego involved about working with children. If the child is brilliant and great and takes it all, then so be it.
Because they do take scenes. I mean, by the nature, we like children.
Yeah, sure, there's nothing you can do about that, and so it should be. But Bruce Beresford was fantastic. He's just very masterful with actors, and it was a great ensemble cast.
Well, I can't recommend it highly enough. And of course, this is a terrific Bond. It's the 20th Bond. This is your fourth, right?
Fourth.
This is, are they going to do more? Is this forever?
Well, not for me, it's not. But they've invited me back, yes. They did. Before I set sail on this junket here to go and sell the movie and stuff like that, Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson, who I've known for many years now, they
saw them yesterday.
They've
invited you back.
They said, would you like to come back? And I accepted the invitation.
So you will do Bond 21?
It looks that way.
When you accept it, do you have script approval?
Well, they send me the script. I mean, on Die Another Day, they sent it to me at the end of last summer there, and they asked for my input, and it was in pretty good shape. And we had Lee Tamahori and myself. We talked about what I wanted to do and what he wanted to do, and we're trying to make this one as realistic as possible, so it has some bite to it. You know, I think he has done that. He was a great man to work with. You know.
There's one every 2 years, I guess. There's 20 and 40 years, right?
Yes, this one has been a 3-year gap. The others have just been every 18 months.
Why do you think, it would be only your opinion, we like them so much?
They're just great entertainment value. There's a certain sentimental factor in there now that's generational, but this is a man that the guys want to be like, the women want to be with. He gets away with murder, he gets the girl, he gets to do all the great things in life.
And you know he's going to live.
And live, you know.
So we all want that.
That's what we'd all like to do, yes. I mean, timelessness. And
you ever wonder what Bond is like off the job? Is he ever off the job?
No, he's always on the job. I'm afraid Mr. Bond is.
He's going right into the role, right? He's never off the job, is he? Does he have a sister? Does he have an aunt? Does he have a niece he takes care of?
He's an orphan. I think he is, yeah. I mean, the mother and father died, so, I mean, Fleming wrote this, it was close to his own heart, this character. It was...
Wrote it in Jamaica.
He wrote it in GoldenEye,
yeah.
And, I don't know, it's very hard to kind of say in one sentence why this character has lived so long. And
it is amazing, though.
But, you know, it has something to do with the family, too, I think.
There's no other character in film like, go back to Andy Hardy, I guess, with Mickey Rooney. I mean, a character that keeps coming back.
Yeah, and people want to be like it. People, you know, they parody the character, they emulate the character. People try to rip it off and steal it, but ultimately, you know, there's the title James Bond, and then there's the Monty Norman, and there's the
Did he used to smoke?
He used to smoke.
Doesn't smoke anymore?
He doesn't smoke. No, I mean, you know, I probably could smoke if I wanted to, but I think it would be a pretty uncool thing to do in this day and age. I think a little foolish, and because, you know, again, these were written for adults, and they were made for adults, but, you know, there's 12-year-olds seeing these pictures now, and they have such entertainment value for that young generation, so...
Okay.
You know, cigar, maybe.
What was it like to work with the lady who's going to be with us at the bottom of the hour, Miss Barry?
Holly and I become very good friends. She's somebody who I got on with greatly, very fond of her. She's a woman who's at the top of her game. And she's very generous and got a good heart. So
Generous meaning generous as an actress?
She's generous as an actress and generous, you know, with who she is and what she's about as a woman. So she was great fun to work with.
When you sexual scenes, are they?
Oh, just...
Someone was telling me, and I missed it. You did a movie with one of the wildest sexual scenes of all time, the remake of the old Steve McQueen movie.
Oh yeah, the Thomas Crown Affair.
Thomas Crown Affair. And a friend was telling me you had a sexual scene in that was over the top.
Well, that was because it was left to the imagination, and once you kind of tap into those sexual fantasies and you portray them well and you put them on camera in a way that allows the audience to imagine the next move, then you have some kind of then you have something going there as opposed to just, you know.
But Marcello Mastroianni told me once, the worst thing for the actors to do.
Yeah,
you never get turned on.
No, you can't, because you're so bloody nervous. You're waiting. It's the last thing that's going to happen. You know, you have 60 people there. You have the camera right in your face, and you have...
Get aroused.
Get aroused, you know. But they're not the easiest things to do. But with someone like Halle Berry, it makes it...
I'll bet.
Makes it plain sailing.
We'll be back with our remaining moments with Pierce Brosnan, and then Halle Berry will join us. And I said, Halle Berry?
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. We'll be right back.
Mojito?
James, here for the penguins this time? Or for the view again?
Right now, I'm only interested in endangered species.
Oh, well, does that include me?
Depends on what you're up to this time.
So I left you in an explosive situation. You're a big boy. Figured you could handle yourself.
No wonder your relationships don't last.
I'm a girl that just doesn't like to get tight.
Hi, interested in earning free airline miles?
Sure.
Think you don't fly enough to earn them?
Yes.
Think miles are good on only one airline?
Yes.
Think again. Every day, more people are flying to more places, free.
How? It's easy. With the Citibank Advantage World MasterCard.
Call now and you could get 1 mile for every dollar you spend. And use your miles on over 20 top airlines. And now your miles never expire when you make a purchase with your card once every 3 years. Plus, we'll give you 8,000 bonus miles. Sound good?
Yes.
You'll earn miles on everyday purchases. And with no preset spending limit, you'll have the spending power you want. Call now and get 8,000 bonus miles. And before you know it, you could fly on over 20 top airlines, drive with every major car rental company, and stay at the finest hotels free. All with the miles that take you further. From Citibank Advantage World MasterCard. Perfect. Call about getting your Citibank Advantage World MasterCard and 8,000 bonus miles.
Monday on American Morning, UN weapons inspectors arrive in Baghdad. I'm Paula Zahn. An advance team hits the ground in Iraq. We'll be there to see if Saddam Hussein will let them do their job. That's CNN Monday at 7 a.m.
UN inspectors hunt for weapons in Iraq, and CNN is there. Join Wolf Blitzer on Late Edition for an in-depth look at Iraq, the weapons hunt. CNN Today, noon.
This year, give the gift of beauty and relaxation from Skin Deep and Beyond Day Spa. Let them feel pampered with luxurious treatments for the face, the body, and the soul. We've got great prices on spa packages, which includes lunch from Hayden's Lakefront Grill. Relax in the serenity of elegance. Skin Deep and Beyond. For the most satisfying and personalized spa experience. Call today for the gift everyone will love.
So if I use you, can you get me discounts on hotels, attractions, not even shopping? Next! Very nice, but do you come with a full-service travel agency? Didn't think so. No roadside assistance. Bye-bye. So, AAA guy, you do all that, plus car and homeowner's insurance? Wow. What else? Oh, a star is born. AAA. Join now and avoid the crowds, because membership means more.
This is CNN. This is CNN.
A boat. Of course. Yes, a boat. Sailing on a tranquil sea. Days from civilization. You arise, go topside in the salt fresh air, and settle down to read your newspaper in the morning sunshine. Huh?
How do you get it?
Get what?
Your Days from Civilization, how do you get a newspaper?
You can read a book, can't you?
The young, do you laugh when you see young...
Oh, sure.
young Pierce?
A lot of hair. A lot of hair.
You still got a lot of hair.
Yeah, thank God.
Are you claustrophobic?
Yes.
All your life?
To the best of my knowledge. Why?
Because someone told me you were.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how you deal with it, because some people have been able to cure it.
Well, I've done a bit of yoga throughout the years and learning some breathing exercises, but it can catch up with you at times.
What situation is the most difficult?
Sitting in premieres. Watching your own work.
Airplanes, you handle that okay?
Airplanes are okay. Elevators can be a bit dodgy. Elevators are not good. But,
have you ever walked up long flights of stairs?
I did. Yeah, I was in Toronto at the Toronto Film Festival there recently, and with the film Evelyn, and I was on the 31st floor, and the alarms went off, and I just thought, I'm getting out of here, so I walked down.
Yeah, I understand.
You know.
Let's take a call for Pierce Brosnan, West Harbor, New York. Hello.
Hello. I've always admired the way you stood by Cassandra, adopted her children, and put family first, and so on. I wondered if any of your children are interested in theater, and do you go back to Ireland with them?
I have my son who's 19 years of age, Sean. He's just started at a drama academy in London, so he wants to be an actor. What can I do? I think he has the talent, I think he has the passion, and I think he's seen Dad do it over the years. And the film that's going to come out this Christmas, Evelyn, December the 13th, I made that in Ireland at the end of last year. So there you go.
Go ahead, Baltimore.
Hi, I wanted to tell you that I'm a huge fan, and I wanted to ask you what your favorite Bond movie is.
Goldfinger. Sentimental reasons. It was the first film that I saw when I left Ireland in 1964. From Russia with Love is another one, and there's also For Your Eyes Only, which has sentimental value.
Covina, California. Hello. Hello. Are you there, Covina?
How did you like playing on that movie with Robin Williams when he played Mrs. Doubtfire?
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm a great
Mrs. Doubtfire.
fan of Robin Williams, and the film came at a great time in my life, which, you know, I was trying to do more films, and I'd said to my agent, look, just get me supporting roles. Forget about leading man. Just get me good character work. And along came this glorious film with this great man, Robin Williams. So, you know, when you're working with Robin, you just give him space and stay on your toes and keep your ears open.
Something, and he makes you laugh.
And he makes you laugh.
A couple of other things about Die Another Day. The ice, the whole ice setup. What was that? It wasn't ice.
No, that was Peter Lamont.
What was it? What I'm looking at is ice. What is it?
It's plastic. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it was massive, and it's models, and it's the great Peter Lamont, who has made so many of these Bond movies.
Yeah, but this one,
and he makes
over the top.
Well, like you were saying, you know, where did we do the Cuba scene? Cuba was actually in Cadiz, and he made this
look just like Cuba.
Great city look like Cuba.
And the car,
the Aston,
the invisible car,
the Vanquish. Cool car. Yeah, I think, well, it's been some time. I think people were disappointed there. You know, the Bond aficionados that it wasn't in the last 3 films, but the Aston Martin is back, and that's a character unto itself, really, and it's got all the gadgets and the gizmos that... a lot of this film is about homages to past Bonds.
More gizmos than
in subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways, but that's the fun of this picture.
But as much as you're invited with this, you're signed up to do another one, Evelyn has got to be.
Evelyn I'm very proud of, because it's taken 6 years. It's our 3rd film, my company, Irish Dreamtime. I'm just proud of the picture, because it has heart, and it's a good night of the pictures.
Thank you, Pierce.
All right.
Always good seeing you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Pierce Brosnan, he's 007. He's back in the new James Bond film, Die Another Day. It opens nationwide on November 22nd. His co-star is Halle Berry, the Academy Award winner this year, and she's next. Don't go away.
Thank you, Mr.
Name's Bond. James Bond.
Bond. James Bond.
So you're a British spy. You have a name?
Name's Bond. James Bond.
Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love. This year, put some soul in your Christmas. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. Presenting the Soulful Christmas Collection.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane.
All your favorite artists.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
The Drifters, Aretha Franklin, The Temptations, The OJs, Jerry Butler.
Holy night.
Bring a soulful Christmas into your home. 32 classics on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes.
Bells will be ringing. The glad, glad.
Order with your credit card and get a free bonus Christmas album featuring Otis Redding.
Merry Christmas, baby. Should it treat me nice?
That's 3 albums, 42 classics.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Hang on, mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, have yourself a merry little Christmas.
So call now with your credit card and get 3 Christmas albums.
Call 1-800-621-3223 to order Soulful Christmas on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes for just $26.99 plus shipping and handling. Use your credit card to get a free bonus album. Or send check or money order to Soulful Christmas, Department 5, Richmond, Virginia, 23280. Or order online at timelife.com.
The phenomenon of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, with witchcraft and magic, have captivated audiences. Who is this young wizard who's conjured up massive appeal? Plus, Myers, Mike Myers. Paula Zahn hosts People in the News. CNN tonight, 7 Eastern.
Now, the only way to see the NBA Thursday nights is with tickets or TNT. TNT NBA Thursday. Don't miss it. Thursday nights.
And that's the office.
Uh-huh.
Oh, those are my territories.
Uh-huh.
Think being a big brother means taking time out of your schedule to tutor a kid in algebra? Think again. To learn more about becoming a big brother or big sister, call 1-888-412-BIGGS.
We now welcome the co-star of the newest James Bond, Die Another Day, which will open, as we said, November 22nd. Halle Berry. She plays Jinx. She's currently filming X-Men 2. We'll ask about that. In March of this year, she won Best Actress Oscar for her role in Monsters Ball, and she's terrific in Die Another Day. And I was just telling Halle, the first time I met her was at a baseball park in Atlanta, when her then-husband, David Justice, introduced us. I said, David, you're a pretty lucky guy. He says he thought he was pretty lucky, too. And now you remember, right?
I do remember. I'm surprised you remember, though.
They're making a movie, Baseball Wives, of it. That would be interesting.
Something I don't want to do. Thank you very much.
That's a different life.
That's a whole different life.
Not a good life, I'm told.
It wasn't the life for me. You know what I mean? To some people, it's a great life. It wasn't something that I found a lot of happiness with, so no.
All right, how did you find Jinx or Jinx find you?
Jinx found me, actually, and I got a call from Barbara Broccoli, and MGM, and they wanted to make an offer. So I got the script, and I was excited initially. You know, I've loved Bond movies, and I've even loved the women of Bond movies, and I thought, well, let me read it.
So you were a fan?
Yeah. I love Bond. So when I got the script, I was, delighted to see that it was a Bond girl that had, a lot of character. She had a little toughness to her, a little bit of an edge that I would hope to, be able to bring to the screen as a Bond woman. It was already there.
And she's an agent on her own.
Yes, yeah.
This entrance scene of you in the bathing suit makes quite an impression on people. Does it? It's kind of weird. When you're really beautiful, and you know you're beautiful, right? We're not going to argue. You know you're beautiful. Is that ever a hindrance? By that I mean, do you think they don't, until Monsters Ball, they don't look past the pretty?
I think sometimes it's hard for people to see past the physical, you know, but honestly, I can think of worse problems to have. I think it's been harder being a black woman in this industry than looking the way I do. Yeah, I think it's been harder being a black woman, yeah, than being considered beautiful.
Hasn't that changed significantly, though, or significant too strong a word?
I think significant that's appropriate. It has changed significantly, but we still have a long way to go. You know, my struggle today, even winning an Oscar, was very much like the struggle of Dorothy Dandridge 50 years ago, really, you know.
So even with an Oscar?
Oh, yeah.
There's still some, but the white is going to get chosen over.
I don't know if the white woman would get chosen over, but I know even with Oscar in hand, sure, my life has changed, and I'm getting a few more opportunities, but I still have to wake up every day and figure out, okay, what's going to be my next gig? What choice am I going to make? And the reality is, I think every actress does. You know, this is a tough industry that we're in, and if you just sit around and you think that you're going to get calls with all these great scripts and your life is going to change with any award, then you're sadly mistaken. You know, that gives you a certain, you know, power. Certain people will now take your call, but you have to still have the ideas. You still have to have the drive, you know, to make things happen for yourself.
Were you surprised you won it?
Very. Very.
Well, when you're nominated for something like that, do you start thinking, did you see the other 4 actresses in their films?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
you knew the work of your competitor?
Well.
So do you start saying to yourself, what do you start saying to yourself?
Well, I thought, there's no way it'll happen for me. It's my first time ever being nominated. Some of the women have been there before. Their performances were just exquisite, and I thought, there's no way, you know, this will happen for me. You know, I'll hopefully have other chances.
Did you know when you were making Monsters Ball it would be special?
I knew that it was a special film. Oh, absolutely. From the moment I read the script, I thought, I've got to play this. And never thinking it would bring awards, I really thought what it would do would bring credibility to my body of work. I thought if I can be a part of this film, have a good piece of tape to show directors, to show them that I can do something.
Movie.
Yeah. That's how I saw it, really.
Did you take less money to do it?
Absolutely, yeah. I took a lot less money to do it. But it wasn't about the money. It was about the work, the woman, and this great piece of work that I thought I could have to show.
It had a frantic sex scene, and we asked Pierce Brosnan about it, and I told him that Marcello Mastroianni told me once that the least turned on you ever are is doing a sex scene. Yeah. What was it like?
With Pierce or Billy Bob?
Billy Bob.
Well, that scene was sort of, you know, it was pretty raw. It was out there. And our director, Mark Forrester, you know, we talked about this scene a lot. And it was one of the last scenes that we shot. And by that time, Billy Bob Thornton and I, we had known each other about 21 days, so we felt like we had a little bit of connection. And we just
But there's 63 people standing
around,
yeah,
right? There are people there.
And you have to position your movements to fit the camera.
Well, we didn't. That was the beauty of that scene in Monsters Ball. Mark Forrester said, you just go for it and I will catch it. I promise you. So we had no staging in our mind. I was able to block out that there were 63 people there. To go to that place, you have to block out that there's 63 people there. So I totally blocked it out. I didn't care which way, what boob was going. I just...
So you were acting or not acting?
No, we were acting. We were acting. We were acting. But there had to be a level of, you know, rawness. There had to be a real organicness to the scene. So had we rehearsed it or were we thinking too much about where the camera was and thinking of a script, then I think we would have lost that. Yeah.
Do you adapt to physicality well, as in the Bond things? You got to do a lot of, you know, twisting and turning and twirl up and down. Did you do most of that yourself?
Yeah, I did, and I think so. I was a gymnast as a young girl, so that's the fun part for me. I think I adapted really well.
Now, is doing this kind of movie fun? Is it? I asked Pierce. Is it a different kind of acting?
Oh, sure. Yeah, because a lot of it revolves around the special effects. You know, and so we have to sometimes make the impossible words work, you know, all these double entendres, which are so great, but sometimes coming from a real true place, it's really hard to make them work sometimes. So that was the challenge for me.
But you're giving it your all. It's same as Monsters Ball. You're not lessening.
Oh, no, no, no. Still trying to find the same reality in that character, still trying to find her truth. You know, it's just sometimes a little bit tougher because you have all those great one-liners that people love so much about the Bond movies.
It has to be, so I'll ask about it. What was it like having a part of your personal life on a front page? It's not a front page local.
What part of my personal life?
The part of when you had a car accident.
Very painful. Painful. That had never happened to me before. So it was scary and very, very painful.
Did you handle it with an apology?
Yes.
You know, kind of the best route to take, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I did feel a lot of remorse. I felt really angry that I was there and that I did that and didn't know why I did that, because I would never do that. That's
Drive away from the scene.
I would never. And I felt angry that I couldn't explain why I did that, because I didn't remember doing
In
that.
retrospect, do you think you know now why you did it?
No, I still don't know why. And I think I'm going to have to live with that I had a head injury that allowed me to do something that I'd done 1,000+ times, and that's what I've had to accept.
But it seems you've been able to wildly overcome it.
Well, I think part of overcoming it is taking responsibility for it, which is why I felt really empowered by saying, I'm going to plead no contest, take responsibility. I obviously drove off, never said I didn't. I just know I didn't do it purposely.
Assuming Winona Ryder, and that's just assuming,
yeah,
because she has never said anything, that she did do this, should she take the tack you took? Would you advise that?
Yeah, I would advise
say, I did it, I got a problem, I don't know why I did it.
I would advise anybody to walk in the truth. Absolutely.
Do you think it'll affect her career?
That'll be depending on Winona, what she does with this. I took my situation and I was empowered by it because I lived through it. Oh yeah, because
you're better for it.
I'm much better for it. I mean, it's kind of, you know, might not make sense to the average person, but for me, I got so empowered because that experience allowed me to release the concern for what people thought about me. I used to think people probably thought I did something terrible, or I always wanted people to like me. I was like that since a child. And through that car accident, when I had to be quiet for 6, 7, 8 months and couldn't defend myself, I couldn't explain, I had to let the rumors swirl, and I read the headlines and I heard the jokes. And as painful as all of that was, in those moments, in the quiet of my mind, I had to make the decision to not worry about what people thought, but I had to worry about what I thought about me. And I had to look at myself in the mirror and say, Hallie, you know what you did and what you didn't do. And that's all that matters.
It's called growth.
Yeah, growth.
How old are you?
36.
That Ty's older than you. We'll be back with more of Halle Berry. She stars in Die Another Day. It opens November 22nd. Don't go away.
I was really good. I was good. I was really good. I ain't wanted to be fat like that. I do not want my baby to be fat like that because I know a black man in America, you can't be like that. I try to... I was trying to tell him, you can't be like that. You can't be like that in America, and a black man. I was just...
You finally on your own. Hey, hello, you're on my mind, don't you know?
When you can stay connected, yet be free, that's M-Life from AT&T Wireless. Plans to keep you connected start at $19.99 a month.
Walgreens has thousands of locations across America. From the corner of Elm in Maine, to the corner of Montgomery and Pine, to our newest location, Walgreens.com. You can manage your health care on America's healthiest website because America's favorite corner drugstore is now located on the corner of your desk. Register online or come into Walgreens Pharmacy and we'll do it for you. Walgreens.com. Another reason Walgreens is the pharmacy America trusts.
Smart Balance Buttery Spreads bring you the Smart Potato, Smart Pancakes, and Smart Veggies. Smart Balance is the smart way to eat, with no cholesterol, no hydrogenated oil, and no trans fatty acids, naturally. Plus, the right balance of fats to help improve the ratio of good to bad cholesterol. And don't forget Smart Balance sensational taste. Try delicious Smart Balance Buttery Spreads.
There are many reasons to go to college.
To get an education.
To get a degree.
To prove yourself.
To get smart.
To succeed.
To be rich.
Oh, to be famous.
Yeah.
To make friends.
To grow.
Couple inches. To make your parents proud.
To make your children proud. To be happy. To be better. Go to college.
Go to college.
Go to college.
Go for it. Send your kids to college.
Now.
The Hispanic Scholarship Fund can help.
What are you waiting for?
Call 877-HSF-INFO or log on to networkforgood.org.
On CNN Primetime Sunday at 7, Harry Potter on People in the News. Then at 8, a special CNN Presents Showdown Iraq. And at 9, Regis Philbin joins Larry King. That's all Sunday on CNN, beginning at 7 Eastern.
Isn't it nice to know that if you're not ready to be a mom, someone else is? You just have to know where to find her.
You think I've never been to the South? I can't stay in Miami Beach. I can't use the front entrance, and I can't speak to the patrons, right? This isn't a tan, Earl. I'm a Negro, a colored girl. You did happen to notice that, didn't you?
I noticed.
What was it like playing Dorothy Dandridge?
Oh,
Was she a heroine to you?
absolutely. One of my earliest role models, a woman whose life and whose career I've always felt a special connection to. You know, many of my struggles were her struggles. It's sort of like she passed the baton to me. I felt like that so many times, and especially through living her life, that all felt true and real for me.
What, Hallie, was the... no one could be higher than you are now, even though you say there are still blocks, right?
Yeah.
What was the lowest point ever?
Ever in my life or career, or this career?
Either one. Life.
Life. Probably when I was 10 and my father, who had left us, came back to live with us for a year. That was probably one of the worst years
It was a bad
of my
year?
life. The worst year of my life. Yeah. And probably because I loved him so much, I think, on some level, and desperately wanted a father. But having him come back into our home and being very violent and being an alcoholic and sort of abusing my mother and my sister, but never me, I think I grew up with a lot of guilt because...
Why not you?
Why not me? Yeah. And that it was the worst year.
Professionally, were you ever down?
Oh, now Larry, come on.
No, it seems like you've had a, it seems like you're an overnight hit. But what was the biggest setback to you?
Many personal setbacks. You know, some of them have been in the tabloids and in the news and on the paper. You know, those are no secret. In the industry, I think it's been a setback to want to be a part of the industry in such a way and feel like I've been working on my craft and been growing, but still being denied just because of the color of my skin. That's been a big struggle for the last 12 years. It's been the struggle of my everyday, trying to figure out how can I fit into an industry that really doesn't have a place for someone like me.
The Caucasian can only imagine what that's like, right?
Yeah.
And can try to walk in that shoes.
Yeah.
But you're very verbal and you're very expressive. What is it like? Because you know when you come in the door, the first thing people see, and as beautiful as you are, is black, right?
Well,
are you aware of that?
I'm not always aware of that, because even though I am black, I grew up with a white mother. So I'm very comfortable in my skin, and I'm comfortable around white people and black people. But I become aware of it when other people become aware of it, and when they mention it, or when they say, you know, you're the most beautiful black woman I've ever seen, then I think, oh, right, I'm black, right.
Yeah.
You know, it's not always a thought in my mind, but I realize that it is a thought, a conscious thought for other people.
Selectivity, is that one of the hardest parts of acting? What you choose and what you turn down?
Yeah, it is. And as an actor, we would all like to be really selective and only do the great parts. But the other side of that coin is it's still our job. It's how we make a living. You know, and I know people have come up to me sometimes and they say, why did you do BAPS? Why the heck would you do a movie like that? And I thought, well, for one, I get that you didn't like it, but the other part of that side is that it's my job, and I have a house note, I have a mortgage, I have a family, just like you do, and sometimes you take work because it's a job. I happen to love that movie, and I loved the challenge of trying something different. But people don't always understand why you make choices as an artist, and sometimes it's just simply to grow, to try something new, to take a risk, and it doesn't work every time. But I think that's how you do grow, and sometimes you grow when you fail.
You're doing X-Men, right?
Yeah.
You like that? Obviously you like it, or you wouldn't have taken it.
Yeah, yeah. That's been another one of those, big budget studio movies that, like Bond, has had a really significant place in my career. Along with the Monsters Ball and the Losing Isaiah.
Would you do another Bond?
Would I do another Bond?
They love Jinx, and Jinx is an agent.
Yes.
And they want to propel. I can see the suits now.
Have you heard this, Larry?
No, I can see it. They've already asked Pierce to do another one, and he's accepted. All right.
Yeah.
Would you think about Jinx coming back? Because Jinx is a character with a great name.
She does have a great name. Yeah, I would think about coming back. Yeah.
The tabloids.
Yeah.
How does it affect you when you're in them, which is weekly?
I'm getting thicker skin as I get older. Like you said earlier, it comes with age. I'm really comfortable with who I am now, and not so much in need of the approval of other people like I used to be. And so I'm learning to, look the other way. Except when it involves my daughter. Then I get really vicious
How old is
and
she
angry.
now?
She's 10.
What could they print bad about her?
Well, it's not that they're printing things bad about her, but when they include her in her picture as big as the article, and they connect her to issues that she shouldn't be connected to, it's not fair to her.
Do
She's
her
just
school
a child.
friends take it up to her?
Yeah. And that's really not fair to her. And I don't think these people that do this, they don't think that far, in advance. And if they do, then they obviously don't give a damn about
You
it.
ever think about suing them?
Yeah, and I did sue one of them one time. Yeah, I did. And we settled out of court. They basically turned over the information, where they got the, false information from, and we settled out of court.
Do friends say, hey, Holly, did you see the Inquirer today?
Not friends. My friends would never, but people on the street do. Yeah.
Well, look at you a certain way.
Yeah.
Our guest is Halle Berry. She's Jinx in Die Another Day. It opens November 22nd. It's a rip-roaring fun ride. And if she considers it, they ought to bring her back. Maybe Bond ought to step out, and it's just Jinx. Oh, no. Hey, Jinx. We'll be back with our remaining moments. Take a call or two for Halle Berry. Don't go away.
High domestic employment means jobs for African Americans. World War II meant lots of jobs for black folks. That is what energized the community for the civil rights movement in the 50s and the 60s. An energized, hopeful community will not only produce leaders, but more importantly, it'll produce leaders they'll respond to. Now, what do you think, Senator?
Visit Weston.com, member of Starwood Preferred Guest.
UN inspectors hunt for weapons in Iraq, and CNN is there. Join Wolf Blitzer on Late Edition for an in-depth look at Iraq, the weapons hunt. CNN Today, New...
180,000 Oregon and Southwest Washington households struggle to put food on their plates. In half of those homes, someone has gone hungry all day, possibly a child. In your surrounding neighborhoods, over 600,000 emergency food requests are made annually, maybe even from your own neighbor. So join us this holiday season and bring canned goods to any Jiffy Lube. We'll donate a meal-for-meal match to the Oregon Food Bank Network. And as a special thanks, we'll give you $25 off a full year of oil changes. Fill the bag, feed a family. Jiffy Lube. We're more than an oil change.
Horse racing's back in town at Portland Meadows. Join us for high-velocity, turf-pounding excitement every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. They're off and running, and you can catch all the action as it happens at Portland Meadows or any off-track location. Located off I-5 at the Delta Park exit. It's horse racing, Portland style.
Bartender, can we get 2 more here?
Fed up with yo-yo diets and food fads? Do you need help making the right diet choices? Introducing NutriCounter, the electronic organizer that monitors and measures your food. Not just a calorie counter, it creates a program for your individual goals. lose or gain weight, reduce cholesterol, fat, sodium, and sugar. Manage fiber, protein, and carbs. Type in your food and it displays the nutritional content and adds up your totals for the day. If you go over your goal, the line flashes. It's like having a personal diet counselor. There's over 2,000 built-in foods, including fast foods, or add your own. NutriCounter looks like a calculator so you can discreetly use it anywhere.
I use the NutriCounter to watch my sodium intake, and I lost weight.
Call the toll-free number to find out how you can invest in NutriCounter to start enjoying a lifetime of diet success. Enjoy success the NutriCounter way. Call now.
To order your NutriCounter or for more information, call 1-888-812-3426. That's 1-888-812-3426. Call now.
This is CNN.
Where are you going? You made a wrong turn.
I'm not taking you to the police station. You don't know what you're doing. You're in terrible shape.
I know exactly what I'm doing, and what I'm doing is what's right. And what's right is to never touch Tony's money. And what's right is to make the man pay who killed him. And what's right is for me to suffer the consequences for whatever I had to do with this.
Go inside and we can discuss it there.
There's nothing to discuss. Now take me to the police.
Oh.
Stop the car. Get out. I'm driving.
Do you have fun doing that?
I did. When I saw that clip, I thought, oh, no, not that. Yeah, I did have fun doing that.
Did you, was it true that you once thought of taking your own life? Was that ever true?
Yeah. Yeah, sad, but true.
What was the situation?
Divorce. And being...
You had never faced that before?
Divorce? No. Well, in my family, my mother and my father.
I mean, you've seen it.
Yeah, but the heartbreak of that was devastating to me because I was a woman who grew up with that fantasy that was, you know, pushed down my throat since I was knee-high to a bullfrog. You have to find your prince and he will take care of you and that will be happiness. So when that prince decided to go away, my sense of self and my self-worth was totally connected to him. So when he left, I felt like nothing, basically. And so I felt, you know, a lot.
It's hard to believe you feeling like nothing. But you did marry a prince. You married a major league ball player.
Yeah.
Of high repute.
Yeah.
Who is very good at what he does.
Yeah. And I must say, and a really great guy. You know, a lot of the...
Oh, you do feel that way?
I really do. You know, in the heat of it, when you're angry and you're mad, you can say a lot of things. But truly, he's a good guy, just not the right guy for me.
To the fan, or to the report, he's a gentle kind of guy. I mean, he appears very gentle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's low-keyed.
Yeah.
Very confident in himself.
Yeah, he's very confident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that really hurt you that bad?
It did.
What snapped you out of it?
The thought of my mother. When I was in that moment and sitting in the car, I was going to asphyxiate myself in a garage. When I was sitting there, really, with all my heart, wanting to end my life, I thought of my mother, and I thought, wow, how unfair. I would break her heart. My heart's broken, and I'm going to kill myself. I would break her heart. I would break her heart, and I...
Someone once said suicide is a selfish act.
It is, and it's cowardly. It was harder for me to get out of that car and deal with my pain than to end it. You're right.
New York City for Halle Berry. Hello.
Hi, Hallie. I work out, and fitness is important to me, and I was wondering what your diet and exercise regimen was like.
Wow. Well, I am a diabetic, so my fitness...
Type 2?
Yes, type 2. So my fitness regime is really important to me in controlling my diabetes. And I eat, I avoid sugar. I eat lots of, chicken and fish and vegetables. Stay away from a lot of carbs.
How much workout?
I work out about 3 times a week, sometimes 4.
Intense?
1 hour. I'm in and I'm out. I don't do a minute over 1 hour. That's all I do.
Want to do a play?
I would love to do a play. That's sort of my next, people joke with me now. They come to my house and they see all the awards I've been able to somehow garner in the past 3 years, and they say, the only thing that's missing, Hallie, is a Tony. So I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. Maybe one day I'll...
And you can't make the same amount of money.
No.
But it sure would seem like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. And everybody knows, theater it's not about the money. It's about the love of the art. So.
Have you ever done it?
Yeah, in Chicago. Yeah, I've done a couple plays there a long time ago when I first started, and I haven't visited it since, but I would like to.
And the thrill is you start at the start and begin at and go to the end.
Yeah, with a live audience.
And you hear and feel an audience.
Yeah.
Acting is not easy, is it? Especially in a room.
Yeah. No, it's really not easy, and I think so many people see good acting and they think, I can do that. until they get in the room when the camera's rolling and they have to do it.
Can you explain, we only got a minute and a half, why you like being someone else? Why you like being Jinx? Like, you're not Jinx. You're not a secret agent.
No. But, you know, through Jinx, through Letitia, through some of the other great characters that I've had the chance to play, it's really cathartic. You know, I get to take what's really happening in my life and channel that energy, the pain, the happiness, the joy, whatever the emotions are, and I get to channel them and sort of work through them, through other characters. And so at the end of a movie, I feel like if I haven't grown, if I haven't learned something else about myself as I'm discovering something about the character, then I really didn't do a good job.
And we only have a minute. Home life is happy now?
Yeah, my home life is, it's good.
Got a good guy?
I think so.
Not sure?
I'm sure.
Hallie?
No, I am sure. We are like, you know, a lot of couples. Marriage is hard. You know, Larry. Marriage is hard. But if you're really committed and you're in it for the long run, which we both are, you know, we're the kind of people who will fight for it and try to make it better.
Wish you the best.
Thank you.
Halle Berry. She's Jinx in the new James Bond film, Die Another Day. It's a terrific, fun movie with more gadgetry and more action, and she is terrific. And when she comes out of the water, you will come out of your seat. Halle Berry and, of course, earlier Pierce Brosnan, two of Hollywood's hottest stars. You won't want to miss them together in the new Bond movie. That's terrific. Somebody else you don't want to miss is Regis for the hour tomorrow night. Till then, good night.
Mommy, try one time. Mommy, come. No. Come, hold my hand and come.
With a little expert advice from us, this working mom is protecting 3 generations of people she loves. All through her benefits plan at work.
Here in the jungle, trucks have evolved into many forms. Take Mitsubishi Fuso trucks. They fill many ecological niches, like refrigerated transport, general delivery, concrete mixers, and the newly evolved crew cab. Isn't it marvelous? Search out a dependable Mitsubishi Fuso truck for your business. Because remember, it's a jungle out there.
Do you have good credit?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you only think you have?